What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? So I hope this message reaches you in good energy. I hope you and your loved ones are in good health. Today, I wanted to talk about being kind, moments, and how little things can have enormous impacts on individuals. So let's get into it. Quote of the day: you never know when a moment and few sincere words can have an impact on a life. Zig Ziglar. Song of the day: Starlight Brigade, featuring Dan Avadin by TWRP. So this is an awesome quote. It's represent a lot of experiences that I've had in my life, um, particularly at a young age. And we're gonna go into some negative stuff. We are gonna talk about some negative stuff today, so forgive me for that. But I need to drive that emphasis on by showing both sides of the coin, so to speak. Also, forgive me. I just came from the gym. I wanted to get this video in, so I didn't change. Got my, you know, uh, Uchiha shirt on with my headband, so to speak. Kind of speaks to what we're talking about, which is sincere words and um, moments, small moments in people's lives. And I definitely want to start with the negative because I want to end on a positive note. At the end of all of my videos, I say, keep me in your prayers, and I'll keep you in mind. Um, it's a saying, it's a phrase that you keep rooting for me, I'm gonna keep rooting for you, and we're gonna keep pushing each other, right? It's like we're in this together thing. I also say to take care of yourselves because a lot of people they miss that mark. They get caught up in taking care of other people. They get caught up in taking care of other things. They forget to take care of themselves. But the thing I wanted to touch on is I say be kind to one another. And that's not me saying be weak. That's not me saying bend your beliefs or, you know, uh, be false or fake. But just because you feel a certain way, just because you have to correct a wrong, just because you have to voice your opinion on something, doesn't mean you cannot be kind while you're doing it. Doesn't mean that you can't be respectful. There's so many times in my life where that has not been the case. And a lot of it happened to me when I was a child. You know, as a child, I learned how grown men can be jealous of talent no matter how old you are. Um, I consider myself then and now a very talented, charismatic, and magnetic person. It's one of my talents. It's one of the things that God blessed me with. And certain people have struggled to develop that skill because it can be developed and it can be honed, but it's always going to be hard to catch up to someone who has a natural God given talent of it. And just small little things, small little sarcastic, smart aleck things that people have said to me when I was a child and I was achieving success damaged me. It hindered me. Now, I don't hold that against them. I'm not holding a grudge. I'm not here to expose them or call them out. But what I do want to shine light on is don't be that guy. Don't be that girl. Don't be that woman. Don't be that person. Don't be that where you are jealous or envious of someone else's talent or success because you have strived and beat your head and exhausted yourself and you're not able to accomplish things. Those small little moments, those sincere words, and they were sincere words, they were just negative sincere words, definitely polluted and toxified my view on certain groups and certain relationships and hindered me for a long time because I thought that's how men were, that's how people were. They were kind of you know bullyish, selfish, jealous and envious. Like, you can compete but be respectful. You don't have to be dog eat dog It can be okay, you got it. I'm still coming for you. I'm still coming for the title, but congratulations that you did that. You know what I'm saying? Congratulations that you were able to propel yourself and do something better for your family. Now you got something I want. You got the number one spot, so I'm still competing. I'm still coming for you. But it doesn't have to be a hatred. It doesn't have to be a malice to it. And as I got older and I had chances to say things to younger folks, I found myself biting my tongue or correcting my verbiage so that it came out better, because the things that were told to me as a child, they were a bit rough at times. I didn't like certain things, and I talk about it often. When I tried to ask a question of why we do certain things in certain groups and in certain atmospheres instead of cultures, I was shunned. I was seen as being insubordinate. I was seen as questioning. And those sincere moments damaged me too. It made me feel like I was doing something wrong, that I didn't belong. I felt like a black sheep. And it made me seek affirmation and acceptance in other places. And I don't want that for you. I don't want that for your subordinates. I don't want that for your kids. I don't want that for the people that follow you. So that's why I'm bringing that up. That's why we're talking about sincere moments. Now, of course, I said we we're going to go negative. And we all know that, like, you just think about the time where you achieve something, and rather than the people, you think everybody's going to be, you know, ready for you. You think everybody's going to be congratulations. And rather than that, you sit there and you got A's in math, you got A's in science, you got A's in social studies. And rather than them saying, man, that's awesome, they say, oh, but what about English? What about physical education? You can't get an A in that. So that's what I'm talking about. Rather than, you know, toxify or say, you congratulate and be sincere, but be very careful, because those small moments can really damage people. Now, like I said, I wanted to start with the negative because I definitely wanted to end with the positive. And the thing is, I have, in my opinion, a lot more negative thoughts and memories that I can think of than I can positive memories. But that to me is human psychology. We're always going to focus on the negative more than the positive. The good thing about that is, even though there's always going to be more hate, even though there's always going to be focused more on negative, it only takes a little bit of love. It only takes a little bit of positive to wipe out the hate, to wipe out the negative. And the moments that I've had where people have bigged me up are nowhere compared. The negative things fail in comparison to the positive stuff that people have said. I remember when people who I thought were, the creme de la creme have said, you're going to be great one day. I remember when I've had managers and supervisors tell other managers, he's going to be one of us one day. I remember when people that were older than me saw my grind and my hustle and said, I wish I was where you were when I was your age. I remember when, I saw people that I didn't even know. This one makes me smile. I won't go into details, but people I didn't even know. I've never met these men a day in my life, and they stop and they're like, young king. And look at me, my eyes are smiling. I'm like, what's up? What's up, King? You doing it, King? That right there just gives me chills. It just brings a smile to my face for someone that doesn't know me. Not gonna get anything from me, probably never gonna see me again in their life. Just wants to let me know, I see what you're doing and I like it. Like, congratulations, big, enjoy that moment, because I've been there, or I wish I was there, and I want you to cherish what you got because you are doing it. And what I did from learning that is I reciprocated that love. I remember going to the gym and seeing these young dudes killing it. I mean, they had to be not even half my age, younger, right? And they were destroyed. They were eating. I mean, all you can eat buffet. They were eating. And I waited until they finished. And I was exhausted. And they were exhausted. I said, young men, can I tell y'all something? And they kind of had a face like, like, here we go. And they were like, yeah. And I said, Man, y'all pushed me through my last work.